We know that you have heard us, and we have been pleased with what we have accomplished as a result of our chewing here together today. The emphasis that we have been offering, and we can feel that many of you have moved closer in understanding who you are. The emphasis that we've been offering here today is about acknowledging that the stream of well-being is flowing mightily, and that it has your best interests and everything that you want in stream, in mind, at heart. And as you begin to focus upon the stream and its meaning and how it got there and your relationship with it, and you begin to pay attention exclusively to how you feel, which is everything about your relationship with the stream, in far greater ease than you have previously imagined, you're going to begin to be the receiver of so many of the things that you've been asking for. And we want for you the manifestation of those relationships and those houses and those experiences. And most of all, we want for you the manifestation of the realization of who you really are. We want you to start being happy in the stream. We want you to begin to feel the exhilaration of life that you felt when you made the decision to come forth. And as you get fixated on these problems you want to solve, you hold yourself longer in resistance to the solution that is already there and has been there for a very long time. You're going to get so good at just turning and turning and turning and turning that you will find solutions before problems have even manifested, and you will not even know you had a problem because the solution will get there simultaneously with the problem. Do you know that's happening to you already? Potential problems are being diverted by your attention to feeling good. And so, as we acknowledge what's in your vibrational escrow, we are thrilled. In fact, you give us the opportunity to live it, and it is a delicious place to be out there on your leading edge. But there is nothing that thrills us more than watching you in the moment make the deliberate intention to stop the resistance and begin slightly turning. Because that's where all of your power is. Right now, in this moment, right now. Oh, the stream will carry you, and it's good. We've seen it, it is. But all of your power is right now in the decision to feel worse or better, worse or better. And as you begin to apply that power, the well-being that has been lined up outside that door, as you begin to open it another crack and another crack and another crack, people are going to watch you, and you're going to look like the freak who's flying. To them, as they begin to see the magnificent things that they know you've been wanting begin to stream into your experience, they're going to say, how is it that you do that? And you will then stand in the same humorous stance that we are standing as you smile and begin to explain to them, well, you see, there's this stream. And you can point this way or this way, and I just figured out how to stop pointing that way, which meant I pointed that way, and then all the good stuff came. And then they'll say, what? This stream of well-being is flowing so fantastically and getting faster and faster as physical beings explore the contrast of this time-space reality. And as you understand that that stream is flowing and you begin to point your thoughts toward relaxing more and letting the stream take you, toward feeling your worthiness, feeling your well-beingness, feeling your at oneness, and allowing yourself to go with this natural flow, which must inevitably take you to the culmination, the temporary culmination, because the stream continues to flow. Life continues to cause you to ask for more things, and the stream continues to get faster and faster as it fulfills your reason for being. You get yourself holding to the bottom of the stream or pointed in opposition to the stream in your virtue, in your valiance, in your determination to do what's right. And that stream who does not slow down, that stream that cannot slow down, that stream just beats you up. And then you say, I must be doing something wrong. We say, let go of the rocks and go with the flow. Stop beating the drum of justification. Stop beating the drum of rationalization. Stop beating the drum of what's wrong with this situation. Stop being protective. Stop being resistant to the stream of well-being and ride the ride of your life the ride that is the culmination of all of your lives. Let yourself go with the flow of who you really are. We've written a book that has the best title, we believe, of any book ever written because it speaks to the eternal nature of your being. And the book title is Ask and It Is Given. And now we would like to expand that book title in an even more exaggerated, precise form to say, not only when you ask is it given, but when the physical part of you asks for something, the non-physical part of you becomes it. How's that? Not only is it given, the larger part of you already is it, begins offering the vibration of it, and begins in that moment, or better said, continues to call you to the vibrational escrow that you have been creating even before you got here in this physical body, that just has expanded as a result of what you have just lived here in this physical body. The expanded version of you is always calling you. And when you go, or when you point in the direction of going, you feel good. When you really go with that expanded version, you feel passion. You feel exhilaration. You feel enthusiasm for life. When you turn in opposition to that, when you keep beating the drum of where you are or where you've been, when you keep justifying why you want to be over there by pointing out that you're over here, as you're pointed in opposition to that, you don't feel so good. In other words, when you go with that flow, that is source energy and that is the expanded version of you, you really, really feel it. Can you imagine going down to the river's edge, a very fast-moving river, with your canoe or rowboat or raft, and as you put your boat into the water with your oars in it, you deliberately turn it upstream and begin paddling. Now, whether you believe it or not, we have to tell you that most humans do exactly that. You get in the stream, you point upstream, and you start paddling very hard against the current, trying to make headway against the current. And we say to you, why not turn your boat with the current? And humans say, in a variety of different explanations, but Abraham, that just seems lazy. And we say, but how long can you keep this up? And you say, I don't know, I'm still working on it. And then we say, but just let go of the oars and let the current just carry you. And then you say, everyone I know is paddling upstream. It's just what we do. Our trophies and monuments are given to those who learn to paddle best against the current. And we say, but how long can you keep that up? And you say, I don't know, I'm still working on it. I'll let you know. But for now, I've developed some really good muscles and some really good techniques. And I use others who are suffering equally as measurement to know how well I'm doing. And I have to tell you, I'm holding my own. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard, Abraham. But I know that it is worth it. It's worth it because all of the trophies and all of the rewards are offered for those who struggle. Those who turn and go with the flow, they are not given any rewards. They are just seen as lazy, ne'er-do-wells. And I have heard that there are many more rewards after I die. So I'm willing to endure the discomfort. And we say, but how long can you keep that up? And we want to say to you, you may keep it up all of the days of this life, but when you croak, you no longer keep it up. When you croak, you go with the flow. And we want you to understand that this current of well-being, the current that is source energy, the current that is your inner being, the current that is your vibrational escrow, the current that is source energy looking out for you, who has become the non-physical vibrational embodiment of that which you are, is summoning you toward it. And there is a current that you cannot buck. And when you try to, you get beat up by the current. Sometimes humans think that there is a stream of well-being and a stream of not well-being, and when things are not going well, they think they've just taken the wrong fork in the river, and they're going down that river where bad things happen. And we say, that's never, ever, ever what happens, because there is only one current, and it is a current of well-being. You never walk into a room and look for a dark switch. There is not one. You don't expect to flip a switch and have inky, misty darkness cover up the light. You get it, that you can resist the light, but that there is not a source of darkness. And there is not a source of evil or a source of sickness. There is just resisting the stream of well-being that would take you there if you would stop doing that thing you do that is not letting you, that is you not letting you go. We want you to realize that you are source energy in this physical body. And as you begin to remember that you are source energy in a physical body, and as you begin to reach for that realignment now that you are here in this physical body, now you'll begin to live life in the way you intended as you came forth into this physical body. I want to explain that to you in a little fuller fashion, because once you get the sense of who you are, then you can get about doing what you came to do. And we want you to realize that what you came to do was not something that was pre-described by someone else or even pre-described by yourself at another level. You came forth for the leading edge experience of attracting new information to help you make new decisions. You are very old, very clear, very wise, very source beings. And you know from that broader vantage point that you are eternal, that there will be no cessation to that which you are. And so you continue to approach life from that eternal stance, from that understanding that you'll never get it done and that you cannot get it wrong, but that it is extremely exhilarating to live life. From your broader vantage point, we're talking about the non-physical part of you, the inner being part of you, or the soul part of you, or the God force part of you. You know that there is no ending to that which you are. And you also know, because there is no ending, in other words, that's why the name eternal fits so well. You cannot be finished and be eternal at the same time. Eternal means continuing and expanding. So from that broader non-physical perspective, you not only know that you are eternal, but you joyously continue to project yourself into situations where new desires can be born. You so understand the eternal nature of all that is. So as you made the decision to come forth from non-physical into this physical body, you knew that there would be variety, contrast, a lot to choose from, and you knew that from your vantage point of self, which everyone has, that you would come to clear conclusions of that which would be of the greatest benefit to self. You knew that it would not be possible for you to stand in the middle of any situation and not come to a clear understanding that I don't like this and that I would prefer this and that this feels better to me than this. In other words, you just cannot stop deciphering at all levels of your being. And you knew before you came into this physical body that when such a determination was born within you, or that a desire was born within you, or a preference was born within you, you knew and rejoiced in the idea that the universe would then expand because of that experience and that new desire. You also knew that the larger part of you would become that new idea. Now, this is something that we do not think that many of our physical friends, even leading edge friends like you, fully understand. Most humans don't get it, that you were our source energy before you came into this physical body, and that now that you are in this physical body, your environment is calling more desire from you. And that when that happens, source immediately becomes the vibrational essence of that new idea. In other words, when you don't have enough money and you want more money, the non-physical part of you becomes the liver, beer, receiver of that more money. It goes to what we lovingly call your vibrational escrow, where the source energy part of you abides and bees and calls you to it.